EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the quick, right? Hey, south,
right
south.
away, they'll change the look.
Hey, south. Good.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Ow, what's that? Nike Texas. 11.
Now Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Stroud. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
11.
And they'll run again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
43.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
This now a 3rd and 4. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Attack! On Sunday. 15. Attack!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
43, 43, 15. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Hey, 57, 57. Right side.
They'll set up a throw. That is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
2-10, 2-10. Oh, ready.
Stroud looking to throw.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
The Texans at 11-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other. And, yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Pacheco once again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That is caught. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run here with Pacheco. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Pacheco will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Stroud. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 70 yards.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
They juked him. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Hey! Why Tony?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, south. 19 Texas.
And Stroud now to throw.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Wide open receiver, complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Running left to give to Pacheco.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Mahomes.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Stroud.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Stroud to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
11 yards there, just like last play.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, ready? Buggy. Hey, uno Mars. Oh, bro.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, ready? Hey, uno. Why Tony?
Now Stroud.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
South.
In motion goes the tight end.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And it'll be intercepted. Escapes the defender.
And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
38 yards.
And the Chiefs have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point.